Jean-Philippe, only one place to start with that goal of yours tonight. First and foremost, just how aware were you where David Raya was when you took hold of the ball?
Yeah, first of all, when I start on the bench, I just watched the first half. It was very high, and when I came in the pitch, I knew if we win the ball high, I know it will be in his goal, and I try, and I score.
Alan Smith, our co-commentator, described it as one of the very best goals of the Premier League season. Is that one of the very best goals that you've scored in your career?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, yeah.
Well, how aware were you that it was going in when you hit it? Did you know from the minute you hit it, it was on target?
No, I was scared the ball hit the crossbar, and I just wait until the end, and after the ball goes in. Yeah, I was happy.
Big games ahead for both teams coming into this match tonight. At times the game seemed a little bit pedestrian watching it from the sidelines, but in terms of performance tonight from Crystal Palace, how big was that performance in terms of your recent Premier League games?
Yeah, today we just stick on our plans, we struggled for the last 3 games. I don't think we scored. Yeah, we scored, but we lose. And we just listen to the gaffer, and today was a good game for us.
You've played Champions League semi-finalists tonight. At the weekend, you played Champions League quarter-finalists. Is this the perfect way now to go into that game?
I think we have confidence now, and hopefully we'll win this semi-final.
Just how big is the weekend for everybody, Jean-Philippe?
Yeah, it's a very good game for the fans, for us, for everybody. And I can't wait to be on Saturday.
14 goals for the season so far. How happy are you with your own form, particularly after such a serious injury as well?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I hope I will score a lot of more goals. And 14 goals is good, but I hope I will score much more.
I think you'll get a start after that goal, won't you, at the weekend?
Hopefully.
Listen, well done, Jean-Philippe. You are the player of the match. Take your trophy.
Thank you. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Good man.
Yes, he made quite an impact, didn't he? And he has made an unbelievable impact under Oliver Glasner. We talk about this all the time, but there's the numbers since Oliver Glasner arrived. Only Salah, Haaland and Isak have scored more Premier League goals than Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Wow. He's in good company there because they're 3 of the best above him, natural goal scorers as well. But I think
But the point is, Clinton, until Glasner came, he was nowhere near
nowhere near it. I remember speaking to Dougie Freeman, the director of football. He said he's a talent. He just needs a run of games. And Edward and the managers weren't giving him an opportunity. But I think he's trimmed down and he looks fit. He looks in good condition.
What's Glasner done to him?
He just give him confidence. You're my main number 9. I will tell you, if a manager comes in and you know you're going to play week in, week out, and you're not going to get dragged after 60 minutes, or you're not going to come on after half an hour and make an impact. And I think that's what he's done, and he's just started scoring goals. He's been a revelation. The goal is fantastic. That is a centre forward that's in great form at the moment. But yeah, he's got good energy. I heard he's bubbly around the place. I've met him a few times. Yeah, he can improve on his interviews. He knows that. But he doesn't
give him some media training.
I'll give him some media training, even though people will say I need to improve. But yeah, he needs to improve a little bit. But he enjoys his football.
And we're enjoying his numbers. That's 14 now, Michael, following on from 16 last season, and of course playing in the Olympics in between that.
Yeah, it's not a flash in the pan, is it? Sometimes you get a centre forward that just goes on a nice little run and you think, wow, he's confident and whatever, but this is a prolonged period now, so there's no fluke about it. Very good player, great presence as well in the team. And when you've got that presence and you score goals, it's almost 2 jobs that you do for the team. So really good. Great to get that goal and that result going into the semi-finals on Saturday. So, yeah, after a little bit of a dip, I think they bounced back almost, haven't they, Palace?
Yeah, you're right.
Under Patrick Vieira, I watched him a lot because obviously Patrick being a friend, I kept an eye on it. This guy hit the bar, hit the post. Nothing would really come off for him. And then there's been a switch. And he came on, he breezed on, he looked classy straight away. And now that's the sort of finish now. He's going to the next level where this is a really good, clever finish. He's saying they're probably the best goal he's scored. But it's about player now. And of course it's the manager, it's a trust thing, a belief. And he's first name on the team sheet now for Crystal Palace.
So there's 2 sides to this goal. Let's talk to the 2 strikers about the finish first. Then we'll come to the centre half, Martin, don't worry. He says it's his bet. How hard is this technique?
No, it's difficult. It's a difficult technique. Listen, I know you're going to talk about it, the mistake from Arsenal, but I'll talk about, obviously, Mateta. Kamada does ever so well because they set a trap here at Palace. I don't know I know we're talking about it, but Raya, I don't know where Raya is. But I don't know what he's
Leave
doing.
that to Martin. Just praise the finish.
But, yeah, we're getting to it. I promise you we are getting to it. Look, Kamada does well here. But once he knows, Mateta must know where David Raya is, and the finish is fantastic. And he said in his interview he thought he was going to hit the crossbar. That is one of the sweetest finishes you'll see because it hits the underside of the bar and goes in. And I think it's a fantastic finish, isn't it, Mo?
Oh,
Score many of these, Michael?
Oh, loads.
I don't think I could kick it that far. There's plenty to be said here, Martin. I mean, even his own teammates are saying get in a certain position and he's not.
Yeah, Raya takes that position, doesn't he? Almost at the extra centre half, and he should have got back in earlier. And when it looks so sloppy. Of course, it's a moment of class, isn't it? It's sort of a Bergkamp finish, if anything.
High praise.
Put it up there. High praise, but it's the imagination, the execution, and he's a player, isn't he? He's in top form. He can't wait to get to Wembley.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to the centre half then, because obviously Saliba had an awkward moment in the Bernabeu as well. What's he thinking? Is it just a lack of concentration?
Yeah, I think he's taken. Well, he should take a touch. He comes back inside. If you look at it, the game opens up for him on the right-hand side. Timber's a little pass he could just float in, but he doesn't make it. Look, he opens his body up, and he comes back inside for some reason. When he gets it, but look there now. I think just float that out to Timber, because he knows the goalkeeper is going to be alongside Kivior. And he comes back inside. Look, Kivior's saying go back, and he doesn't even. He could take a touch here, put his foot on it, and he passes it to their player.
Yeah, but Martin, there, I think it's Odegaard's pointing to David Raya to go back to his goal. David Raya's position is totally wrong because if you're saying Saliba should play it out to Timber, then David Raya should be on that side of the pitch. Instead, he's over this side of the pitch. So he's taking a big risk.
But I watch Raya every week, and my heart's in my mouth because he stood out there next to the other centre half, and it's worked all season. And then they won't change. Okay. But okay, there he could have been a bit more aware of that and I think that's why the striker is switched into that. They know the keeper's going to be away from his goal line, and it's a wonderful effort. Yeah. But they preempt that because Raya is always that high in that Arsenal. I mean, look at it. There's no goalkeeper in the goal. Look, it's unbelievable, really. But this is the sort of modern Arsenal now. But when it goes wrong, it looks terrible.
Very difficult.
Even look up there, Michael, does he? Mateta.
Mateta? No, he doesn't need to. He knows who's around. You know as a centre forward what's around you. And he said before he came on, he was even seeing Raya coming. But everybody knows that Raya takes big angles. But once the angle is a closed one, once Saliba's about to go wide to Timber, or potentially, Raya should be sprinting back to make his new angle just in case he cuts back. He was never ever. Once he was never ever going to be in the game. And I feel sorry for Saliba because all he does is make one mistake in many ways. Now, because he doesn't pass that ball to Timber, once he comes back inside, he's got nobody to play to. So he tries to. There's no goalkeeper. You can't pass it back. He'll knock into his own goal. So all of a sudden, he either have to take 2 or 3 touches, get nicked off him, or he just needs a centre half to help him. And obviously, he gets mugged for the ball. But it is Saliba's fault in a way. But I would, if I was Saliba there, I'd be going into the dressing room screaming at Raya, screaming at him. Okay, make an angle. That's fine. Help me out sometimes. But if you're in doubt, just get in a position where I can always pass to you. When I'm in trouble, the worst case scenario, if I can't go there, I can at least go safe.
I think
to
Saliba,
you.
though, if I'm working with him, don't switch off because the game that they played against Real Madrid, the goalkeeper rolled it out to him just after they scored, and it's as if he hasn't got a picture. He wasn't alert, and there he's come inside and he hasn't quite got. Don't give the ball away. Make sure we keep. He could have put his foot on it there and maybe span out. So he's twice now that's happened in successive games. He just needs to sharpen it. I think it crept in because of this sloppiness with Arsenal, just trying to see out games. Tonight was a victory in not getting injuries, because there's a huge game coming up. And I think when you're just down from 100%, you make mistakes.
Just a very slight foot off the pedal.
Exactly.
What about Palace in that second half? I mean, they had some chances. A couple at 2-1, and then after Mateta's goal as well, one that almost had Liverpool getting the champagne corks open.
Yeah, there was a good opportunity. I think it was Ishmael. So, as I said, we saw Sarr and Mateta, but Palace were the better team in the second half. As I said, pedestrian Arsenal were. These are good runs, a good opportunity. This is Ishmael. This is a brilliant opportunity for Devaney. It's harder to do that, isn't it, Mo, to hit your shoulder?
How many players in the box?
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
They got 7 in the box. And from
away at the Emirates.
And this is another chance. Munez header and Ishmael Sarr. I think Raya comes for it and misses it, and Sarr doesn't react. But
and this is at 2-2.
This was the chance. This is the big chance where Mateta came on. Munez wins the first one, and he's strong. Mateta. Kivio can't deal with him. Puts a good ball in. And it's a poor finish from Sarr. He does, you know what? Doesn't get enough on it. That's why it goes into that corner. If he gets more on it, he beats David Raya at the near post. And you see there Glasner's reaction. They could have gone on and won it. Arsenal were lucky in the end.
They were just loosening the corks out of the bottle at Anfield at that precise moment.
The longer that game went on, the more I was starting to think Palace are going to nick this. Yeah, absolutely. I think they were getting confident. I think the subs made a big difference. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of Liverpool supporters were thinking, "Hey, let's stay up a little bit longer. This could change." But I suppose a good result for everybody in the end. Maybe Arsenal will be disappointed, but they've almost done their job. Good result for Palace going into good result for Liverpool. So yeah, I think there's a lot of people be happy tonight.
Yeah, particularly Oliver Glasner, of course. In the last 2 away games, Palace had conceded 5 in both of them, to City and to Newcastle. Back twice tonight. Let's see what he thinks of it.
You alluded to it before the game. It's new territory for you, an FA Cup semi-final, new territory for a lot of your players. How much are you relishing that challenge?
No, I was told that the size of the pitch is the same than here, so it should be the same. The grass should be green, and we don't talk about all these circumstances. For us, it's a game that we want to win, yeah, and we always want to compete with the best teams, and we want to show our performance. Yeah? I think we know what we want to do, and then they changed a few things because we already watched them, and now it's also finding the right tactics and against their shape, and then perform on the same level, perform as a team, and then everything is possible. And this is how we will walk into Wembley.
Well, he's very confident, and he should be, because people talking about the lack of experience in the Palace team. If he does it on Saturday, that's his 3rd major final in 3 seasons as a manager.
Yeah, he's got the experience. He's a good manager, and I've met him a few times. He's very intense. He does work the players ever so well, but they needed that when they came into that football club, and he improved players like Michael Olise. You can see what he's doing at Bayern Munich, and Eze, and these kinds of players like Adam Wharton and Mark Gay. They've got to go into that game on the weekend full of confidence now. They on the back of bad runs, but this result tonight should give them confidence. They are playing against a very good Aston Villa team on a big pitch at Wembley. It's going to be difficult, but if they stay in the game and cause them problems, they've already beaten Aston Villa this season as well. So they should be really confident going into the weekend's game.
And so you're going to be there? Royal Box?
Yeah, I'll be there, Royal Box. Yeah, the chairman sorted me out, as you do, when you're a legend at the football club. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, you're a legend at the football club.
You've got to be a legend somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. In my own head, I'm a legend. I don't know.
Oh, dear. You're an Arsenal legend. What sort of shape are they in then for 6 days' time, do you think?
Sorry, Steve.
What sort of shape are they in for 6 days' time?
I'm pleased that there's been no more casualties, no more injuries. It's been a horrendous season from an Arsenal point of view. So we're a clean bill of health. We can now look forward and totally commit, because it's a totally different Arsenal team that turn up for these Champions League games. The game against Real Madrid, the 2 ties, they were magnificent. Controlled the game, I thought, in both matches. We know what they're going to be up against. A lot of pace, certainly. The first game's at home, and they have to be positive and attack as they did against Real Madrid. A little 3-0 would be a cheeky way to start the semi-final.
Mm-hmm. When they do sit down and analyse this Premier League season, though, that's their 9th draw this season from leading positions. That's what's ultimately cost them on Liverpool's heels, isn't it?
It has, yeah. I wouldn't be so critical, though. I mean, Arsenal...
It's a lot of leads to give away, though, isn't it?
It is a lot of leads, and, there's lots of different reasons as well. I mean, Martin's just alluded to, there's been a lot of injuries, a lot of big players. They've had an incredible run of things in a different competition, in a difficult competition as well. This could be an incredible season for Arsenal. And do you know what? If they get beat in the semi-finals... coming second in the Premier League, semi-finals of the Champions League. It's not to be sniffed at. That's OK, they're not lifting a trophy, but if they're knocking on the door like that and playing like this all the time, they're going to be picking up trophies in the near future. And I know Arsenal fans want it tomorrow. But, coming second to Manchester City for 2 seasons on the spin when they were just absolutely elite. Liverpool had an incredible season again this season. I mean, they've gone the distance virtually every season, and they could go and win one of the biggest prizes of all. So I wouldn't be, even if they lost in the semi-finals, I'd still be really comfortable if I was an Arsenal fan. I think Mikel Arteta's going the right way with this team, gradually getting experience, gradually getting the better squad, and with a fully fit squad that stays fit all season, they'll give virtually every competition a real run for its money.
When you look at the draw, Barca play Inter, obviously PSG play Arsenal. Is it wide open? Is there an outstanding favourite there? Will Arsenal never get a better chance?
Yeah, exactly that. Either one of those teams could do it. Inter Milan is the only team that's beaten Arsenal in the Champions League, and I thought they were unlucky that night. It was so let's see what happens. Just to get the job done. I think now he's got everybody available. He can attack the game and they can really commit. And I think they just lack that little bit of commitment tonight to truly get over the line. They're looking over their shoulder a little bit now because they want to get the necessary points. They've still got to play Newcastle, still got to play Liverpool. So no one's going to take that for granted. But now they can commit now to this Champions League semi-final.
And in terms of the Premier League, as Michael says, runners-up, 3 seasons in a row probably. Only Arsenal have ever done that in the Premier League era, and your good self was involved in that squad. Exactly. Would you like to tell us what happened after the 3rd runners-up?
We were on the double in 2002, and let me tell you, it was sweet, tasted good, but it was a long, winding path to be successful. But we got there in the end, and it hurts when you're sitting there. Obviously, Mikel Owen scores the cup final goals. That was one of the years we didn't win anything, and you have to suck it up. You have to make sure it doesn't happen again. And this Arsenal team have got the ingredients, but it will need to buy. I don't think the squad's big enough. Even now, tonight, they couldn't, make enough changes, really. So he'll keep building, he'll keep buying, and he's relentless. I think he's got that pep ingredient where he wants to win things, and the first thing they win will taste really good. Let's hope it's the Champions League this year.
I'm never tired of seeing the smile on his face when someone mentions the Mikel Owen Cup final.
It literally is his cup final, though.
Well, it was.
Yeah,
if I had gone up
I
was fortunate to be there.
He
was not in the room.
It was actually Martin's fault.
I went up for a corner.
He went up for the corner. He should have stayed back. He was the only one with pace.
Don't open that can of worms at this time of night. Right, before we do all that, here is Mikel Arteta.
It's been an intense past week for you, starting in Madrid and then at Ipswich on Sunday and then 3 days later again tonight. Has that played a part in perhaps some of those errors and performance that you've alluded to tonight?
It can be very difficult. We will never know, but certainly the standards are required in the Premier League to diminish many aspects of the game that we should have done better today, weren't there. And then, the game is always in the air for the position to hurt you if they have the quality to deliver, and especially on the goal that they scored, the second one, they found that.
It's always difficult to find perfection, but there was a sense perhaps around the stadium tonight amongst fans and maybe sometimes the players that minds might be elsewhere. And would that be forgivable looking at what lies ahead for you?
No, because we require the consistency in the competition that we play to be at our best, and sometimes the opposition, and today I think they were very organised and they deserve the credit. But as well, we have to be critical with ourselves and look what we have to do much better.
We can see his demeanour, being critical ourselves, but that's the standards he's trying to set within the football club, isn't it?
100%, and he's realistic about his opponent tonight because Crystal Palace were well organised with that back 5. They know their roles and responsibility. Glasner's been there now just over a calendar year, and we've seen how much they've improved. I know they're sort of middle of the table, but they're very comfortably middle of the table, whereas they've arrived there in that position in previous seasons. So they're in good shape and a huge semi-final to look forward to. But as I say, Arsenal should be winning these games, and I feel in the future, when he's got the necessary players he wants in the squad, because you're only as good as your squad, really, if you want to win a Premier League, that's where he has to improve.
So, to round off, we were prepared for a Liverpool party tonight. We didn't get one. We are going to Anfield on Sunday. They only need to draw. Surely we're going to get one at Anfield.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with all due respect, I think Tottenham are the perfect team to play at the moment. They've got their eyes on a different prize. Liverpool have got so much to play for. Party atmosphere. To equal the 20 league titles that Manchester United are on, it'll be a party atmosphere.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming. Enjoy the Royal Box. Polish your shoes. Liverpool will look to Sunday from the 4 of us. We'll see you.